Let's move on, all right? If this morning was a little extra chaotic for you and your family, that's because today was back to school part 2. Kids went back to school after the long winter break, and that means waking up to an early morning alarm again. Here to help us ease back into the daily grind, we got Dr. Elizabeth Meade from Swedish, and she's going to help us get back. I mean, we tend to do this at summertime.
Yeah.
We're going to do it again, right?
Yeah.
And I think they're pretty common, but we have to remind people because we forget.
We forget, and I think we especially forget this time because in summer it's so long, we're thinking about it ahead of time, and then Christmas break comes and then school starts again and we're like, oh shoot, we didn't do any of the stuff we were supposed to do.
So what do we do? Let's start with bedtime routine. That's got to be something that...
Yeah, routine is super important really for kids and adults. So kind of doing the same set of things before you go to bed. So for little kids, oftentimes it's taking a bath, brushing your teeth, reading a book, whatever it is. For adults, it could be reading something that's non-screen, winding down time. But having that routine kind of sets in your mind that, okay, it's time for sleep now.
So the hard part for me, I got 2 little ones at home. We've been trying to do bedtime routine starting at 7 so that they can be asleep by 8.
Yeah.
But then it's the weekend.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's watch a movie. I'm like, oh, it's Saturday night. That sounds great. Let's have fun, snuggle up and watch a movie. And then the movie goes till 10. Is that a problem?
So it can be a problem, and especially for maybe not so much for little kids, but especially for teenagers, because they tend to stay up till all hours on the weekends, and then they want to sleep until noon. And there's a physiologic reason for that, but then it makes it much harder to get back to those weekday wake-ups. So especially in that period where you're really transitioning back into your normal routine, it can be helpful to go to bed at the same time every night, even on the weekends, at least for those first couple weeks.
All right, so moving bedtime up a little each night. Keep that routine going, which sounds pretty, I gotta focus on that. And then you call something good sleep hygiene.
Yeah.
Like, is this part of the routine?
So no, it's not really part of the routine. It's just talking about your sleep environment and how do you create that environment that really facilitates good, deep, healthy sleep for kids and adults. So you want your room to be nice and dark. Cool is ideal. If you're too warm in the room, it's going to be harder to sleep well. And then quiet. And so some people will use white noise machines to kind of help with those disruptive noises that can happen, especially if you live in the city. And those can be really helpful too.
Okay. I know, I've been trying to, I'll have I have a native flute. Oh. But I got 2 kids, and I was like, no, I don't want that one, Daddy. I want this one. I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to figure out the best white
fan
noise.
noise, like the straight
probably
white
the
noise
easiest,
is
right?
better, right?
Okay.
And then no screen time. So screens off 1 to 2 hours before you want to be asleep is ideal.
Does that include like watching anything on the TV or just like screen in general?
Any kind of screen.
All right, so here they are, the tips on the screen, as you can see here, you guys. And of course, Dr. Meade wrote a blog about all this stuff, and you guys could just text the keyword, and we'll get you all that good stuff if you want to maybe share it on social media. Maybe you know someone who is having a rough time with their kiddos. Just text the keyword sleep, 206-448-4545. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. And I know Casey's been giving me a little you-know-what about it, but we're going to get to these cold remedies. You know, you take the onion, you cut the onion up and you put it in the living room and it sucks all the toxins towards it. Have you heard that before?
No, it doesn't work.
I don't know. She knows. So we'll talk to her coming up a little bit later about that.